Added to this. Can I thank you for your time, Mr. Speaker, but especially Ngāti Manuhiri. Kia ora tātou.
The Honourable Christopher Finlinson.
Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the Select Committee for their very good work, because this was a bill that raised a number of issues in the Select Committee, and I think they navigated their way through the 100-odd submissions extremely well. There were two issues which arose, and I want to touch on both of them very briefly. The first, adverted to by Mr. Horomia, concerns the co-governance of Te Hautoru Toi. Every treaty settlement, Mr. Speaker, is important. Every stage of its implementation is a major milestone. But at the Select Committee, a number of submissions were received relating to the island. Most of the submitters who opposed the bill are in fact affiliated to Ngāti Wai, and they were very worried that by settling first Ngāti Manuhiri, that would settle Ngāti Wai grievances. There's no dispute that hapu and whanau of Ngāti Wai who do not affiliate to Ngāti Manuhiri do have long-standing customary interests in Te Hautoru Toi. Those interests are recognised by Ngāti Manuhiri today and are referred to actually a number of times in the Ngāti Manuhiri deed of settlement, including in the agreed historical account. And there's no doubt that Ngāti Wai historical grievances, other than those of Ngāti Manuhiri, are not being settled through this bill. This settlement is for the descendants of the Tupuna Manuhiri and no other. But what became obvious during the Select Committee hearings was that drafting relating to co-governance arrangements with the Department of Conservation over the island was very prescriptive. As written, the bill did not adequately consider the possibility of other groups becoming involved in those governance arrangements. And that was very significant, as it had not been the intention through this settlement to freeze out other groups. And so the recommendation came back from the Select Committee for a new clause 96A. It's very important, as it makes it clear beyond doubt that the bill would not prevent other iwi from becoming involved in the co-governance arrangements if other enactments provide for that. And I'm very much looking forward to commencing negotiations with Ngāti Wai very soon. This amendment, I should say, has been agreed to by Ngāti Manuhiri, and their deed of settlement has been amended to ensure that the recommended change is consistent with the deed. The second issue concerned the gift and gift back of the island. There was a concern that that arrangement conveyed exclusive mana whenua to Ngāti Manuhiri. Now, gift back arrangements are used in situations where the land has a high conservation or other value and the Crown wants to retain ownership, but where significant historical grievances need to be addressed. And this was a very important part of the Ngāti Manuhiri negotiation. But let me make it clear, there was no intention by the Crown or Ngāti Manuhiri for the gift back to convey exclusive mana whenua to Ngāti Manuhiri or otherwise alter customary interests on the island. The Select Committee heard the various submissions on this topic, and then Ngāti Manuhiri and I agreed that further assurance should be provided. So we've amended the deed of settlement to include a clause stating, for the avoidance of doubt, the gift back is not intended to convey exclusive mana whenua over Te Hautoru Toi. And these, I have to say, these statements of clarification don't belong in legislation, but I bring it to the attention of the House as a further and positive outcome from the very good work of the Maori Affairs Select Committee chaired by Mr. Henare. With those comments, I'll leave it there and be more fulsome in my third reading speech, but I thought it was important that to emphasise the fact that the Select Committee dealt with this matter extremely well. Those two issues were extremely sensitive. They gave rise to quite a number of submissions, and I hope that we've, as it were, solved things so that Ngāti Wai interests won't feel anxious any longer.
Mr. Speaker.
Ko Reno Cherokatini.
Tēnā koe, Mr. Speaker. Tēnā rā koutou i ngā āhuranga tere